Hello, Wolfpack. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We got an exciting week of workouts. If you've looked ahead, you've probably seen them. We flip-flopped a couple days just based off of the programming the last couple weeks. And I just kind of switched the days around a little bit. Throw you guys through a loophole, but it should be good. Flows pretty well this week. So I hope you guys are excited. We're going to do our split jerks on Monday, not Tuesday. I know, it's super crazy. Look we're back squatting Tuesday and we're split jerking Monday. It's a crazy world we live in, but it'll all be good, I promise. So we're just going to do an EMOM of split jerks, and then we're going to just work on some barbell cycling on our push jerks after. So we're not going to do any of the jerk drills before. I wanted to spend a little bit more time working on the movement, not being so rushed in the EMOM with the higher rep things or the higher technical movement. So if you remember from last week, the tall jerks, the jerk behind the neck, these are great warm-up drills if you want to do before class. Work them into your warm-up, when we're warming up with weights, when you have the blank barbell. So I definitely still try to work those in because they do help a lot of people with the split jerk. But this EMOM is just one rep every minute where you can just hone into that split jerk technique. You only gotta prepare yourself for one rep. So you can put all of your intentions into that one rep. You don't have to worry about doing multiple reps or rushing through the EMOM. So it should be pretty good. So we start light, right? Just one rep, and we're going to build ourselves to a heavy single. We should not be getting into any super heavy weights, right? Things that are going to start challenging technique until you've done at least 5, maybe 6 minutes of this. So 6 total reps. We want to take obviously definitely the first 3 to find our bearings, right? Make sure we're warmed up. Make sure the positions feel good before we start getting into these heavy weights, because the worst thing to do would go too heavy too soon, right? We don't solidify our technique. The body's maybe not warmed up. We build too heavy, and then once we get to the heavier weights, right, we're not actually ready to lift them. So just make sure you take, the first few nice and light. Build your way up. Smaller jumps across the board are going to make this a lot easier for your split jerk too. Anytime you add really big sets or really big weight to your sets, that extra weight down on your chest is really hard on your nervous system, and you get that instant feeling that the weight is very heavy, and you might not be able to lift it when you start getting to the heavier weights. So if you can get yourself to the heavier weights and then make a little bit smaller jumps, you're going to have a little bit more success. Okay, so 10 reps, make them good quality 10 reps, and then you get that minute rest. We're going to lower the barbell to about 60 to 70%, and we're going to do 5 push jerks every minute. So this is just working on heavy barbell cycling, dip drive, right, catching in that quarter squat underneath. And you're going to want to try to rebound this, right? So as soon as the barbell comes down, absorb the impact, and then go right into that next push jerk, like you were to do in a Metcon, right? But we're going to work a little bit heavier weight. So really got to focus on good elbow positioning in the rack, right? Good dip, knees go out, chest stays vertical, and then you get that full extension of the hips, slide the feet out and catch underneath in that quarter squat. So just some good overhead work here for A, okay? And then B is so exciting. It's actually DT, but we're going to do it with dumbbells, and I'm just such an awesome guy. I decided to throw a few wall walks in, so this should be a really fun workout. I think it's going to be a little bit more challenging than people think after the third round. I feel like the first couple rounds of this, you're going to be able to cruise through pretty quickly, but once we start getting to the later rounds, right, the 9 dumbbell cleans into the old overhead, into the wall walks, right, it's going to be a lot of upper extremity and shoulder fatigue, so it's really going to impact these. So make sure you're splitting this up early if you need to. I still think doing something where you do 1 rep short of every set, and then quick little break, shake it out, pick it back up, and go into that final rep, so then you can go into the next movement, right? Because if you do your 12 dumbbell deadlifts, right, you end up in the hang clean position, so you should be able to go right into the hang cleans. So don't catch yourself, right, doing 12 in a row and then resting, and then having to do another deadlift just to get into the hang cleans, right? Do your 9 hang cleans, drop it, and then you got to do a whole another clean all the way up to the shoulders for the shoulder overhead. So, right, 11, drop, rest a few seconds, do the 12th one, and then go into your hang cleans. Maybe you do 8, drop it, pick it back up for the 9th one, and then you end up in your shoulder overhead, and you go through 6. So just be smart about your game planning is basically what I'm saying. But we should pick dumbbells. It's 2 dumbbells that you can do. You could potentially do all 12, 9, and 6 unbroken. That would be your goal for choosing your dumbbell weight. Not saying that you should attack the workout that way unless you're very comfortable and proficient with these movements. But they should be dumbbells where you can, so there should be still some intensity left when we get tired and we're in the fourth and fifth round, right? We can still do these deadlifts in 2 sets. We can still do the hang cleans in 2 sets, and we can definitely do the shoulder to overhead in 1 set. So that's kind of like your guidelines for DT that way. You can still push intensity, you can still get through it fast, you can still hang on to big sets, and you'll get through it in a timely fashion. So that's it for Monday. I hope you guys are excited and you had a great weekend. It's going to be a fun week, so look ahead. If you have questions, let me know. If not, we'll see you in the gym. Later.